Well, what's funny is I think it's comfy, like over here in this corner.
Yeah.
Like if I'm here, it's just me and him. I'll take my shoes off. I get like all
She gets
comfy
all
and cozied up, and like it just like you sink
crisscross
right into it.
applesauce.
Oh,
Sit
yeah.
up there, and it's
It's like it's really cozy, but not a good podcasty type of.
no. Yeah, I tried it.
I know.
and
I know.
now Mike thinks he's here for Casting Couch 9.
Nah, it wouldn't be any good. No.
next on Pornhub.
Yeah. Jewett City's finest.
Right.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my god.
Jewett City's finest and open up an OnlyFans page.
Yeah. Right at the old rub and tug that they have to go over there.
Yeah. Actually, that one's legit. I've been to it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The one down
legit.
here? Oh yeah.
Totally
Oh, it is?
legit.
Not
Absolutely.
like the one that was
No.
over there on the side where there was
No,
people
not
leaving
at all.
rubbers outside
Yeah,
on the
no.
sidewalk. And shit.
No.
No. This chick, I've been there several times.
Yeah,
she's
I've been there
good.
3 times.
Yeah.
So
If you
Yeah.
had told me that without her telling me that, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Have
I see.
you? Yeah. Sure you have.
Because there's one in Franklin next to the
Oh.
diner on 32,
Is there?
and there's one up.
are we talking about
Rub and tug?
okay.
And there's one up there next to, like if you go up on Route 6, and there's Johnny's Pizza and that little
I know
plaza
exactly what you're talking
right
about.
next to
Yeah,
it there.
yeah.
Of course you do.
No. I know only because Logan lives up, or his dad lives up that way. You know who I mean by Logan?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, because I know somebody that sold a condo. Like if you go across the street, there's some condos in the back.
Yeah.
So they have
And
front row
she-
seats.
Well, no, they were selling the condo, and these people from New York, happen to be Asian, were buying it, and it was like a friend of the family, and they were like, we're almost positive that the people buying it are buying it so that whoever works at that place over there can live here, because they literally said like there was 4 different times that they came for like inspections and stuff throughout the process, and each time it was a different Asian couple. And like who's actually buying this? It's like, yeah, you're gonna have like 30 people living in here and working at the rub and tug. Everybody's got to make a living, right?
Everybody
I
needs a
mean-
place to go, right? In this world.
Yeah.
No, but the one down here is they're straight up legit.
Totally legit.
Oh.
And she's really good.
Yeah. And so I have the lady's name is Hong,
Mhm.
and she has I think 2
There's
other
other people in there.
there's
Yeah.
2 other ladies that she has, and I've been with each one, and there's one, she's an older lady, and oh my gosh, she will kick your ass.
See,
Really?
I've only ever
Yeah.
had
Especially
one.
if you ask her for the happy ending, and she's like, what
Oh
are
my
you talking about?
God.
Well, what's funny is like when you go in, they've got like there's not like there's like rooms, but the ceilings don't go up.
Yeah.
I mean, the walls don't go up all
Where
the way
do
to
they
the
go
ceiling.
if they don't go
No,
up?
I mean they don't. The walls don't go up
Yeah,
all
just
the way
like
to the ceiling.
partitions
Yeah,
almost, yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
yeah.
And the last time I was in there, the guy or whoever sounded like a guy that was in the room next to me, he was snoring so loud, like out like a light, and just snoring. And
Yeah.
oh,
I have fallen asleep and
Mhm.
I'm mad. I get mad.
because then you don't feel like you enjoyed it.
I
Right?
know. I feel like
you
oh,
missed
shit,
it.
man. I'm just out. What the hell? But you know, another place that I went for like 10 years, and again, completely legit and completely perfect. Look at him smile over there. I'm
When
being
you have to
honest.
preface it with that.
Well, you kind of have to.
Yeah,
You kind of have to preface it like
Yeah.
that, right? It's the New You Spa in the Crystal Mall.
Oh
Really?
yeah, I thought they
Yeah.
only did the chair ones. I didn't realize
Oh,
until
no.
you mentioned it. I didn't know they did
Yeah.
like full lay down ones.
Last one I had massage I had was at Norwich Inn.
Oh
Hey.
I
yeah,
went there with my wife for my birthday.
yep, they're good.
Yeah,
They're.
it's
I
nice.
mean, yeah.
Because you get like the whole, you can sit and have like, we had lunch.
Mhm.
We had like, you can use the spa services and stuff.
Yeah.
Not cheap though. Holy shit.
No, no, you're paying a fee just to step foot inside the door for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but it's so cool. Like, I don't know about the men's side, but you walk in and they give you like your robe and your slippers and your, and you're in the locker room. We have a hot tub in the women's locker
Yep.
room.
Same
Yeah.
as the men's.
And it's a sauna. I
Mhm.
mean, it's so nice in there, but yeah, you pay for it. That's
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Well, if you go down here, they have robes in there too that you can change into.
Well,
That's
this,
you come out smoking a cigarette.
yeah, no. yeah,
Did
that's-
they shut down the illegal one over there? Or is
oh,
that
yeah.
still
Yeah,
open?
it's gone. That's been gone.
Yeah, that's been gone.
I know that like I saw a news article not so long ago that the lady that owns, or the people, whoever, it's probably some type of Chinese organized crime that owns all those. And they're basically, trafficking women, but there was like 6 of them the one up in Killingly.
Mm-hmm.
There was one like in up towards like Glastonbury. There was one in New London, like basically the eastern side of the state. Like she was responsible for like 6 or 7 of them.
There was one in Montville, I think, recently that just got, I don't know
They're
if that
all
one
over the
got raided
place. Yeah.
in Montville recently.
I mean, like that type of shit, honestly, for me, like if you're consenting legally,
I
Yeah, I
kinda-
don't have any
I kind of
problem with
if
it.
you
agree.
legalize it, then you take away the trafficking element and stuff like that. As long as there's nobody under the age of 18,
Hmm.
I don't really care what 2 consenting adults do. Like,
Yeah,
that's not my problem.
I kind
Yeah.
of feel the same way, but
I guess in Rhode Island, they just changed the law maybe like 10 years ago.
really?
Yeah, it
So-
was legal.
Hmm.
It was that was
Oh, it
that
was legal, and then
it
they
was.
made it
Now
illegal?
it is not. Yeah.
Oh, they went the other way.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have any
Interesting.
issue with that whole. I mean, honestly, it would be
I mean, they
be
did it in
my
Vegas
choice.
and it
It'd be
works.
your choice. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? To go
It's
ahead
the oldest
and
profession in the world.
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Yep. Yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely is.
Not that I would choose that for my daughter to have as someday.
No,
as a profession.
no.
No. Yeah, but some people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's their thing.
We won't tell anybody about the video you did for Jewett City's Finest
Yeah, right.
OnlyFans page.
Jewett
The
City's
JC
OnlyFans.
JCOF.
Wait a minute. Do you see what I just
Yes,
said?
yes.
Oh, it could be a thing, $9.99 a month.
Subscription package.
Not
Have a few
OnlyFans.
teaser photos.
I've never
Yeah.
been on OnlyFans. If I was, I would
I've
say that
never
I
had.
was, but I see some of the women that are making, and like you read articles and stuff about it,
Making
and you're like,
bank.
you're making $80,000 a month showing pictures of your feet.
Feet,
Like
yeah.
for one, how many fucking weirdos are out there that they only want to see like
Uh-huh.
pictures of women's feet?
And they're paying for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
go to Florida and just walk around and look at people in flip flops. Like, I don't like.
There's that one young girl that she's like the top OnlyFans model. She does no sexual content, I guess,
There's a lot of them that don't.
Jesus.
and she's making like $2 to $3 million a month with just now. Again,
That's
I
insane.
mean, I guess if you're making that kind of money, like I don't know how parents, your parents view it and stuff. If your parents don't care, if you don't care, whatever it is. I mean, I still, for that type of money, don't think that it's worth it for a young girl to have that content out there, because 10 years from now, when she's married with
Weird.
kids,
Mhm.
and your kids can see that, you see
Oh,
that
it's
like,
out there.
yeah, you see that with
Forever.
like ex porn stars now that are
Mhm.
like, they were porn stars when they were 19, 20. Now they became born again Christians.
Right,
Now they're
right,
married,
right.
they have kids, and they're like, I'm appalled at the rest of my life that someday my kids could go on there
Yeah.
and see that. And it's like,
Yep.
that shit sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, because once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah.
You're not reeling that back in.
No,
Uh-uh.
no.
I was thinking about starting a website, baddiabeticfeet.com.
Ew.
just nubby toes
I
that
was
are about
gonna
to fall
say it
off.
would just be
Club feet.
I was thinking just nubs, just
Yeah.
cut them off at the ankles.
Those
and just-
diabetes shoes.
Look, I'm an amputee. You know? There's a fetish for everything.
Oh God!
I'm telling you.
feet, just even
That's not my thing. But
even
I mean,
nice feet are just. bleh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I never understood the
Mm-mm.
whole feet thing.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You know, not that I'm going to poo-poo people that
No, I
it
mean
is
if
their
that's your
thing.
thing, that's cool. But not
is that your
me.
thing, Mish, is feet.
No.
Ah.
I've always been a boob guy myself. It's just always been.
I've never been.
That
good
is
guy.
not
Really?
original.
Never been.
I
a good
have
guy.
been.
Well, it's either
My whole life.
boobs or ass. I mean, either one.
You
gotta
Yeah,
one or the
I mean,
other.
all right. That's
Yeah,
just
I
where
was
you
never
go
a
with
boob
it.
guy.
It's
I don't know. It all started watching Happy Days when I was a kid.
the Fonz doesn't have boobs.
No,
Okay.
no. It was a joke, and I still remember the joke today. It was Potsy, because of course he played like the idiot kind of right, and Richie Cunningham, and they see a girl walk by. They're on vacation or whatever, and she's wearing a bathing suit. And Richie, of course, when he would get excited, he was, I found my thrills. He would
Oh,
start singing that
yes.
song,
Yeah.
right? And then Potsy just looks and goes, my God, wonder how she would look in a pair of jeans.
Got it. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's it. Potsy, you know what? You're right.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's one or the other. And I guess if it's not either of those, you're on OnlyFans looking at
I can't
So.
believe weren't we supposed to be talking about mortgages and shit?
Yeah.
Instead, we're talking about fetishes and
I can
OnlyFans.
I'm at the age where I can, especially with all the weird shit in the world, I can just appreciate that women are beautiful.
Yeah.
Whichever you choose,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I got duped. I think I may have told you this story. I'm really naive as shit. I really am. I am.
Well, I'm
as
just a
naive
little
as it
concerned
gets.
because we were talking about rubbing tugs and
No,
then we're
no, no,
talking
no,
about
no, no,
women,
no.
and then you were saying you got duped. So
I
I'm
did get duped.
I'm just a little curious as to
Yeah.
where this is going.
Yeah.
So I'm doing my TikTok thing. This is a couple years ago now.
Yep.
Because I had a thing going for
Mhm.
a while on TikTok. And,
has TikTok faded?
oh yeah.
Is it not as influencers are not on it as much anymore? Is it because of the whole I mean, I always looked at it from the fact that like I always thought it was weird that there was so much facial recognition things and that type of stuff, and that the Chinese government had all of that. Not that I think they're any better than our government having all that, but
Sure.
they're a little
same
bit
thing.
worse to me, in my estimate, just because they're commies.
Welcome to the show, folks. Today we're talking about
Good Tuesday morning.
communist governments and mortgages.
Yeah, you can get a mortgage over there.
You know what?
Are you licensed in Zhengzhing?
No,
Oh.
Shenzhen.
no.
Shenzhen.
So you know what's interesting though? So I'm on TikTok and I'm a scroller. I don't post
Yeah,
anything.
yep.
I'm just a troll. Like I just like to go and be nosy. But there
Troll
is
scroll.
troll scroll. Is that what it's? Yeah. But there is a couple of different couples that I do follow that were American that moved to China
Mhm.
for mostly for work, but like they'll go over there,
Yeah.
they teach English or whatever. And they go around and show you like the daily life of what it's like being
It's
an
beautiful.
American living in China.
Mhm.
I am amazed at what they show. Like just their daily, everyday, like, oh, let's go to the store. And the one creepy thing though, the guy was like, yeah, you don't even need to bring your wallet anymore. It scanned your
Mm.
palm or something.
Yeah.
And you just hold your hand over this thing and that's how you pay for everything. And
It's
it's
not
creepy.
to
but-
me. That type of government on a daily basis, you probably wouldn't see much of a difference because they're like a quasi communist. They're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah,
under
not-
Mao.
Right.
They've come more into it.
Mhm.
The things that worry you about it is like, it was bad enough over here when they're like, oh, you can't leave your house and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
going to lose your job. And over there, they're like,
Mhm.
oh, you have COVID. We're going to weld all the doors shut
Right.
and let everybody
Uh-huh.
in the apartment complex die.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Uh-huh.
can't get out? No,
No, that's
now
it.
we're just and if you do get out,
You're
we're gonna
literally
shoot
a prisoner. Yeah.
you. Like,
Yeah.
all right, that's a little bit more extreme
There-
than
Yeah.
making you get a vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's an American lady
But it's
kind of
pretty,
like
though,
who
over
lives in China that I watched. I watched. Her. She's a teacher,
Mhm.
and she went into a store, and I guess there are cops everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because
There's very little crime.
there's no crime.
Very little crime.
Just like in USSR during
Yeah.
communism,
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
no crime because
Uh-uh.
if there was, they just
But
Shoot
people
ya.
just
she
pull up and
asked
pick you up
this
off the
lady
street.
in a store if she should be worried, if she should be concerned, and the lady goes, "For what?" And she mentioned the Chinese police, and she
Mhm.
said, "Oh no."
No.
She goes,
Yeah.
"I've been here for X amount of years, and nobody bothers anybody, and it's clean."
Very clean, not a speck
It's
of
clean,
litter,
know?
nothing. And everybody's out doing stuff. Like there was
It's not what we hear about in the
No,
media,
no.
So,
But
No.
there are, like, I had a buddy that probably, see, I got out of college in 2003. He probably lived there from 2005, 2006 to like 2014.
Wow.
He worked for like a marketing company over there. And he said there's like, he wasn't in the biggest city, but he was in one of the provinces that was still pretty popular. And he said it's probably changed now, but he said it was different over there. Like, he was at a barbershop one time and a guy walked out of the barbershop and a van pulled up and a bunch of guys got out and chopped the guy up with machetes and then just got back in and drove away and they just left the guy in
Jesus.
pieces. Shit like that. People walking down the street and a van pulls up and they
That's it. You're done.
they
Time's
take
up.
you away and nobody
Ugh.
ever hears from you or sees you again. And you end up in some concentration camp at, the Western province of China. So,
And nobody's asking questions. Everyone around
nobody
is
asks
just
questions.
like,
Nobody's
they're
like,
like,
oh,
I
he's
didn't
gone.
see
She's
anything.
just gone. Like, that's it. So you don't,
Ugh.
family members rat on family members. I mean, that was
Mm.
the communist revolution under Mao.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's interesting. I'd like to go there just to say, yeah, I saw it, been there, done that kind of thing, but I don't think I'd want to spend any kind of time there. No. I'd want to see, there's another city, I forget which one it is, but it's like you can be on like the 25th floor and you're walking.
Pyongyang.
Yeah, maybe. No. No.
That's North Korea.
No,
Yeah,
North
see
Korea.
shit over there.
Not North Korea. No, I forgot the name of it, but like you'll be on like the 25th floor of like a building and you walk out and it looks like you're on the ground level. Then you look down and you're like 25 like stories
It's
up.
in China.
It is in China.
It's in China, yeah.
It is in China. I forgot the name of it, but
And they build up.
yes,
They don't build.
They have trains that like their subways and stuff go through
Through
the
the buildings,
buildings.
yeah.
And, yeah.
They also have ghost cities over there because so much of it is built on speculation. Like, there's entire cities because so much of it is built on real estate and construction. Like, that's what they do. That there's cities that can hold hundreds of thousands of people
And they're empty, right?
There's nobody living there.
I've seen that on TikTok too.
That I have not
Yeah,
seen.
I have
mean-
like whole like huge buildings that will house like thousands and thousands of people.
Yep.
Completely empty.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely unique.
Yeah.
I actually told my wife today that if I could, I really, the older I get, the less interest I have in actually leaving the United States.
Mm.
Like I'd probably leave if I was going to go somewhere like El Salvador, which has become super, super safe compared to what it was and is really has a lot of freedoms. Argentina, things that are actually aligned with kind of like American values now. But if I was going to leave and go over there, I had friends that were stationed at different times in Japan.
Mm.
I wouldn't be so interested in going to Tokyo because I don't like cities. Like, I don't go to New York. I don't go to Boston.
Yeah. They're usually
But
overrated.
other parts of like Osaka or, any of those outlying parts, the rural areas, because of like the old carpentry and the uniqueness of like their culture. Like I would be interested to go over to Japan and see that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the big cities they're kind of Americanized.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've been to cities over in Europe and other countries, and I've been really disappointed when I've traveled outside the US because it's touristy, it's Americanized. It's like, eh.
You don't realize how good we have it over here.
Mhm.
People forget.
Yeah.
Or the Dominican Republic, for example.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
They talk about, and there's a lot of these like inclusive,
Yeah.
resorts,
Mhm.
right? And it's supposed to be, you go there and it's like, that's what people's perception is of like Santo Domingo or but you go to Puerto Plata and you go on like you're on a cruise and you get there and you go on an excursion
Mhm.
and you see just how depressed that area is.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's a very poor country.
You don't go outside of those areas. And I read an article the other day. There was an American couple that was I think he was from Washington State, Oregon. He was like in his mid 40s. He was a builder. He was in Trinidad and Tobago, and he had been a bunch of times. Him and his girlfriend went out to dinner with another couple, and then he told them, "Hey, I'm going to go meet up with somebody that I know around here." He wanted to buy some weed. He wanted to smoke. They found him like 6 hours later. Fucking somebody stabbed him in the back, killed him,
Oh my God.
and there's no.
Jeez.
They'll never solve that. He went to a seedy area to get some weed, and that was it.
No.
It's like, holy shit.
There was a guy that went to Grand Turk, and same type of situation, but he was traveling, and he was a businessman. He lived there 6 months of the year and 6 months, and he'd been going back and forth.
Mhm.
I guess he had traveled with a gun, but he put everything through customs and everything.
Yeah.
But I guess they had changed the law.
Yeah.
Between one of his trips, and he spent like 6 months in jail.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and don't do that. He
Yeah.
said, and he goes, and then he just got out. He didn't want to live there anymore.
That's what would make me nervous.
I'd never liked Grand Turk. I've been there a couple times.
Hmm.
I don't really care for it.
I've never been to the Caribbean, but just with other countries in general, I mean, unless you got to do your research ahead of time, because you could find, especially nowadays with like in the U.S., weed is so. I mean, it's like nothing anymore, but other countries don't see it that way, and you could have some edibles or something in your luggage, and
But same thing in the States. You could go down to Georgia.
Mm.
True.
And it's like, this is it's not legal here, and you could get in trouble.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
Just
true. But you're not.
legalize it on the federal level.
I
It's like-
know.
that's another one of those things. Just like it's like
so stupid.
you're an adult. You know what I mean? Like I'm told when it comes to that type of stuff, I'm so libertarian. It's like
Mm-hmm.
what the government has a monopoly on what drugs they can sell you. Like you can't buy weed somewhere, but you can go and get Oxycontins and Percocets
Yeah.
and all this other shit
And vodka. Wash it all down with vodka and whiskey.
You can't distill your own alcohol, but you can buy it as long as the government taxes it.
Right.
It's like this is a crock of shit.
Yes.
So I just have a very different outlook on what I consider to be illegal. Like I was always raised where my dad always said, "What's right is right."
Mm-hmm.
Next on Mortgages and You.
Don't even
Mike
get me started on the mortgage industry because that's a crock of shit too.
This is what he does.
Uh-huh. It is. So he would know.
I forgot. We got sidelined, but I want to tell you about the whole how I got duped.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I got.
It's like the
By an
ADHD
Asian
hour.
prostitute.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I got duped because I was doing the TikTok thing, and then one guy, he must have been a kid. I'm sure he was a troll or something. He goes, "Why don't you have an OnlyFans page?"
Oh Christ!
Oh yeah.
Where were you when he asked this? Like, is this
In front of my computer
on
on a
like a
microphone and
platform?
a camera? Yeah.
But, like in one of your
TikTok, yeah.
on TikTok. Okay, yep.
And I went, "Oh, what's that?" Had no idea. Never even heard about it. Oh, it's a place where you can, it's like a safe space for you and all like people that follow you, and you could have conversation and stuff like that.
Like an AOL chat room.
Kinda. That's kind of the way he was selling it to me.
Yeah.
And I went, "Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay."
Oh my
So
God.
I went to OnlyFans and I created an
God.
account.
Get the fuck out of here!
Dumbass.
Why? There's a big following for middle-aged radio
Hey.
guys with beer bellies.
Don't hate.
There probably is.
Yep.
There are some
Yeah, there's some weird
people
shit
have
in the
their,
world.
like you said, people have their things.
Hey,
Yep.
come on. It was normalized for a while with the dad bod. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah.
For a long time, all right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, and I just did, and it was nothing except for like the whole DJ thing. And I'm like, then I found out and I went, oh.
Then he found out it's 4:00 in the morning. He's been scrolling for 5 hours.
And this is what OnlyFans is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you can't cancel your account.
What?
Can't delete it.
No. I tried. So if you go there, yeah,
Huh?
it's there.
Oh, I'm looking at.
He
he's
picks
going. He's
up
like,
his
oh
phone.
shit! Really?
I don't have any apps on my phone, so I don't.
It's not. I mean, you're not going to see anything,
No, yeah,
because
no, I know.
because of what I thought it was.
Yeah.
But as soon as I
You
found
can't
out,
cancel it. That's crazy.
But like, I've never had TikTok. Like, if I didn't need social media for business, like if I could delete my personal Facebook page without deleting my business page, I
Mhm.
would. But they don't let you do that.
Yeah.
So I have Instagram and Facebook for that. I deleted my LinkedIn account, which I had
LinkedIn
for
doesn't.
20 years, and I just got to the point where everybody on there was in my sphere of mortgage lending, and it was always people bitching one way or the other about the mortgage business. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
And so I deleted that. I deleted Twitter, which I had the premium. I delete everything. The only thing I have on here on my phone is my crypto app, because you can't do it from a laptop because you need a pass key for it. Other than that, I have my work email, and I have no apps of any kind, nothing.
Oh my God.
I don't do anything with it anymore.
Wow.
And if I joke around now, like if I ever got out of the mortgage business for any reason,
You're gone, aren't you? You're off.
No.
the grid
If I ever
somewhere.
if I ever took over my uncle's pallet business that my great grandfather started, which I would eventually like to do, and if I ever got out of the mortgage business and I deleted my social media, there's a really, really good chance that I would actually get rid of my cell phone. And if you need to get in touch with me, just call my wife.
Oh my God.
Like, that's how.
Oh, not me. It's my
Like, I could
security
go
blanket.
easily.
He's not the only guy I've heard that.
I could
from.
easily go live in the woods off grid and have no contact with the outside world and be completely content.
Yeah, I would still want to.
He's
scroll.
not the only person I've heard that from.
I don't scroll.
Yeah,
I'm not a scroller.
yeah. See, I am. Like, perfect example. I never slept. Like, I'm an insomniac. I fell asleep this morning after Nick left for work, like around 6:30. When I finally fell asleep all night, scrolling, playing games. I have games downloaded. I'll play my games.
Don't you think that shit makes your insomnia worse if you got rid of it?
No, if I put it down, I'd be laying there with my eyes open.
Even if you.
Oh yeah, no, I have insomnia.
And...
Oh yeah, well that's I mean I have help, but sometimes that doesn't always work, and I will lay there for hours and just wide awake. But I'm a scroller.
If you read books, does that help you go to sleep?
No, my mind just starts going in other places, and then I end up not reading what's on the page, and I have to go back and reread it because I'm like, shit, what was that? Because my mind was somewhere else.
I can't do that either.
Yeah, reading isn't.
You would hate me.
Yeah,
literally,
I can't.
If I want to go to sleep, I could have a cup of coffee, and as soon as I get horizontal, like if I lay, it's why I don't like. I have a really comfortable chair that I never recline back on, because I could drink a cup of coffee or have an espresso. And as soon as I kick back to horizontal, I'm out within 5 minutes. I was telling my uncle the other day that in the last couple of years, I don't even dream anymore. Like, I'll have a dream once every 6 months. Most of the time,
that's not true. You do. You just don't remember.
Right, I don't remember it. But literally, I would like to go to one of those sleep things where they like hook you up and they check your brainwaves and stuff. Not that I think it's anything bad, but I sleep so deep that almost every single night I will go to bed, and when I wake up, I always think, I've only been sleeping for 5 minutes, and I go to bed at 9, or if I go to bed at 10, you can guarantee that exactly 7 hours from when I go to sleep, I wake up.
God, and you feel rested when you wake up.
Perfect.
See, I can sleep, like if I do fall asleep, I'll sleep for, 8-9 hours. I'll wake up feeling like I never slept a wink.
Really? And
I'm forever tired.
Ever sleep past 6 a.m.
Oh my
Even with
God.
the time change. Nothing. I always wake up between 5 and 6, depending on when I go to bed. My father's the same way. My dad usually gets up now. He probably gets up at 4 a.m.
See the difference?
Oh my God.
He's not scrolling. You're scrolling OnlyFans.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I got back into getting up in the morning, eating, and then going down in the basement and doing like a full workout.
Yep.
I started doing that again.
Yep.
It's helped my anxiety.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to get back into boxing. I was talking to my old boxing coach. And, he messaged me on Facebook.
Huge for sleep.
He messaged me on Facebook, and he's like, "Your stuff's still here." And I'm like, maybe I'll go back. There's a place in Taft, Rose City Boxing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good.
Like one of the things I was thinking about when you were talking about like how you could just fall asleep is that your anxiety level must be like really low. Because that has a lot to do with it, because a lot of people will lay down, they'll go to or try to go to sleep, and their mind.
Oh, that's when my mind
racing,
turns on. It starts just.
I can have a million things going on, like I do. Like right now, I have 24 mortgage deals in processing, and when I'm awake, it can consume me. Like I can not focus on my kids. I can and be super hyper focused on it with OCD. And even if all that's going to shit, as soon as I lay down, it's gone.
God, I wish I could do that. Oh my God. My husband's like that. Rich, his head hits the pillow.
Gone,
out like a light. It drives me nuts.
I do
pisses me off.
Too. I pray a lot and I meditate.
Yeah.
See, I've tried meditating and my mind just starts to wander. And then I have to like physically like talk to myself and be like, nope, focus.
Try a guided meditation.
And then I've done all of it. My mind just will not stop. It won't slow down enough to be able, like, I haven't figured out a way to get it to calm down enough to do that.
So Melissa will put on TV, and first of all, it's loud, very loud. And I'll tell her, "Hey, Missy, it's loud." No, it's not. And
They
it's
can
like,
hear it up the street. It's loud.
you hear Stewie Griffin like this, and I'm like, I just want to go to sleep. But she puts it on things that she'll just fall asleep to. But me, on the other hand, I'm trying to fall asleep.
Mhm.
I close my eyes, but what do you think I'm doing? I'm following along
you're
with the
listening-
episode. You know what I
listening to
mean?
it, and then
Put in earplugs. I
Yeah.
mouth tape.
I
too.
can't do
You
that.
mouth tape.
Mouth tape. I tape my mouth shut.
Oh no way! I'd feel suffocated.
Yeah,
can't
like
do that.
the whole thing with the ear thing. I can't fall asleep with anything in my ears.
Yeah.
I've tried to do like the AirPods.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, my God, if I roll over and thing gets lodged well deep in my ear.
Are you recording
You know?
all this? Because this would be a great podcast. People would
We're
love
live
this.
right now. We've
Are
been
we?
live. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
It's like the minute
and
you sat down
with all your F-bombs and everything. Oh yeah,
The
we're
rubbing
rocking, man.
tongues. Oh yeah. that's-
Ever since you sat down,
All right.
you started talking about your OnlyFans page. I mean,
Now, does your wife? Is she like you, like with the apps and all of that, and
No.
sleeping and?
No, and we don't
Or is she
have,
like normal?
like I deleted and canceled Netflix because of just a variety of different reasons why I don't believe in that anymore. I got the Angel Studios, which is more like the wholesome, normal family stuff for like my kids.
Mhm.
But we have Starlink, and we don't have any streaming services other than that Angel services. So
Oh.
other than a few stations, like we don't have HBO, we don't have any streaming services, so we don't watch a lot with TV. She works probably more than I do because
Yeah.
we have the horse farm.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I mean, with the kids and with all the work that she does, and she's always in the barn or doing something around the yard.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I feel like I'm I could do more, and then I kind of not compare yourself to other people, but it's like, well, shit, there's a lot of people out there that are looking at,
Mm-hmm.
watching different streaming services and doing all this stuff. And I'm either working or,
yeah.
kind of relaxing and doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the TV stuff, I got more cognizant of that as my kids have gotten older. They're 7 and 8 now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Those are very impressionable years.
yeah, and you can see like even some of the stuff that was on, Netflix before we got rid of it, or if if we let him do a little bit of, any type of show or stuff, you start to look at it, and if you're looking at it from like taking a step back, you're like,
Mm-hmm.
why is this on kids programming?
Yeah.
Like, some of the shit does
Oh,
not
yeah.
need to be brought into the fold of things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep, definitely. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I feel like now the streaming services, it's almost like come full circle, and it's almost like cable. Like
Yeah.
we're getting back, like you're
It's exactly what it is.
It's-
It's just
yeah.
you've cut the cable. That's all.
it's
the-
yeah,
the
exactly.
proverbial cable.
Right, yeah. And because I mean now it's you have Paramount Plus and you have Hulu and you have Netflix and HBO Max and whatever, Disney Plus, and you got all these, you're literally going right back to cable, like, and having all the different channels and
But
paying for them.
It's different because, and it's more expensive because there's so many channels that are a la carte.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there's some channels you can't get. Like if USA Network which is a channel that I like, why? Because it's got WWE wrestling.
Oh God.
You know,
is that
which
still
is-
on?
Are you kidding me?
Seriously?
you watch that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Never even.
Oh,
when I was
yeah.
a kid, I did,
Yeah, me too.
but I also don't watch sports anymore. Like I
So-
haven't watched a football game.
Yeah, but
in
you got to
probably 10
understand
years.
what it is, and I understand what it is.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
Right? People will say to me, it's fake. Really?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I was talking to my friend Mike last night, and I said, somebody asked me, told me years ago that it was fake. They said, it's fake. And I went, yeah, I know. And then one guy said, no, it's real. And I said, it's not. It's staged, the whole
It's
thing.
scripted.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And the guy goes, no, it's not. And I said, okay,
Was
Do
he
this.
serious? Like,
yeah, he was
really?
very serious.
It's like a soap opera for men.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Totally.
then he said to me, I looked at him and I said, tell you what, look at the wrestlers on TV. Tell me how many teeth they have.
Yeah.
Then go to a hockey game
Yeah.
and tell me how many teeth they have.
Yeah.
All right. Now you can
Yeah,
tell
it's
me which
definitely
is fake and which is
scripted.
not.
Yeah, it's definitely scripted.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there are injuries. I mean, they're definitely,
Oh, it's
Oh,
very
it's
beating
unique.
each other
Physical.
up. Yeah.
Like
Very
you can't
unique.
But it's very
slouch.
scripted.
You need to be athletic and
Yeah.
physical and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
But I love it.
I didn't know that was even still on.
The,
Huh. It's
like,
bigger than ever.
when you were
Really?
talking about scrolling and Netflix and all the different stuff, the reason why I canceled a lot of that stuff and I don't do it anymore is just like with work, where I said like I can get hyper focused on work.
Mm-hmm.
I can get hyper focused on anything. Like that's like
I'm
my
the same
OCD
way. I don't
that
know. I
have.
do. I'm the same way.
Whatever I my whole life I've always been like I'm an extremist. Like if I'm working out,
It's
I'm working out to the extreme.
all or
if
nothing.
I'm working out. If I'm
Yeah.
so I need to make sure that I focus on like staying like an extreme dad or coaching or doing something like that, because
Mhm.
if I do, I can go and binge watch something on Netflix like Peaky Blinders. It's like somebody's like, oh, you should watch Peaky Blinders. It's like, oh, cool. And then you end up watching 14 episodes in one day because you can't stop.
Yes.
And I know how I am with that stuff. So I just don't participate in it anymore.
Well, that's good discipline. But I'm the same way. I know exactly what you mean. Actually, talking about the boxing thing a few minutes ago, when I was doing it before, I had gotten into it just to be active, do something. But I started like really getting into it, and I started training to compete. And just when I was telling Rich, I'm like, I think I'm going to go back to boxing. He was like, oh, you're not going to go like all into it again, are you? Like, you're not going to start like wanting to train to fight, are you? And I'm like, I'm not going to say I'm not, but I mean, that's not my intent right now, but I'm not making any promises.
Like Jewett City woman arrested for beating the shit out of her husband again.
With bad back.
Yeah.
At the
Oh, yeah.
bug.
Yeah, right. But
see the video on her OnlyFans.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I get the all or nothing thing. So it's either do it or don't do it. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't half-ass it.
Yes, that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
So should we talk about mortgage industry a little bit? I mean,
yeah, you can.
Try to get Jason Caloro here, but he had surgery on his knee. I think it was his knee.
Yep.
And he's going through physical therapy. So it's, I guess Monday and Tuesdays are his day. So anyway, so talk about Jason Caloro for people that don't know.
I don't know who
Drawbridge
that is.
Realty.
Real estate agent. I work with him often.
Yeah. He said he's involved with Griswold Youth Football.
Yeah, his son plays.
Yeah. And he had said to me, he goes, yeah, Mike Mish is our preferred lender.
Yeah, I work with him a lot. He's a good guy, retired Nord detective.
Yep.
So, yeah, work with him often.
Oh, yeah, nice guy, really nice guy, yeah.
It's good to work with good local people. You know what I mean? As I've been in the business longer now, I've been almost 20 years. And I obviously left the business for a while, but I've been in it since 2005, 2006, and then left for a few years. As you build up a network and stuff like that, you get to a certain point where it's not just working with real estate agents that can send you the most business per se, or you're going to make the most money working with. You get to a certain point in your life, unless you're just trying to always make more, is you just want to work with good people. Like good real estate agents that are easy to deal with, because what you tend to
pick and choose.
Yeah,
Almost,
I mean, you develop relationships like in any business. You develop it. But what I found over the years is, like, the consumers that I work best with, they're looking for a good deal, but they're looking for a good level of service. They want to have things explained if they have questions. Some people ask one question, some people ask 100 questions.
Right.
Anywhere in between that.
I'm the 100.
Right.
Plus.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Me too.
But
no, he's experienced. Me.
That's true. Yeah.
But just appreciate like a good level of service. And then what you find is, as a lender working with real estate agents, that, the type of people that you get along with best personally, with people's personalities, they tend to attract similar type people to work with them. You're not going to be, somebody that's following like, the real estate TV stuff and all that different, and then work with a local, real estate agent that doesn't kind of subscribe to that same idea that, you got to post everything and everything's about this and that. And so it's good working with good local people.
Yeah. So I got a chance to meet him, through the last couple of years with Griswold Youth Football. And, then he had mentioned you, and I told him, I saw you're kidding me.
Yeah.
And, I told him a little bit about our history and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah. Cause he's pretty, being a detective for years, he's got that demeanor, but he's he was a pretty cool guy, and
he's a good guy.
he was supposed to be here today, but he couldn't because he's got physical therapy on his knee.
Well,
I saw him like a week and a half after the surgery. He was hobbling pretty good.
Yeah.
He was good. He made damn sure he was there watching his kid play football, though.
Yeah. I've heard that my son might play. He didn't this year, but he might do the flag football to start next year.
Okay.
But I've heard amazing things. Like when I was growing up, I played in Norwich youth football.
Yep.
Back then they called it midget football, which I guess you can't do that anymore.
You know what?
it's little people football.
You know what? Killingly Brooklyn. It's Killingly Brooklyn midget football.
Is it?
Yeah.
Still.
Do you know they have midget wrestling up there?
My cousin goes to midget
Oh my
wrestling.
God.
Loves watching
Those guys are
midget wrestling.
performers,
My
man.
my
They're
son
hilarious.
went to one recently and got his picture taken with them and everything. And oh my God. Yeah.
in Rhode Island.
I don't remember where this one was that he went to.
They have it in Rhode Island.
But there's one I want to say it's
Yeah,
like
that's
up
what
in
my cousin went to see it. Yeah.
I have to ask him.
Cameron
I don't know.
went one time. He's sending pictures, and I guess one of the guys walked by him. He goes, "Can I have $1?"
What the heck?
Cameron goes, "What am I going to give you $1 for?" Because I want $1. Give him $1.
Yeah.
So yeah, but they call it Killingly Brooklyn midget football.
But I've heard the Grizzle program, like the tackle football program and the flag football is excellent from
Yeah.
what I've heard. So it's nice to see that.
It's grown.
Yeah.
It's grown so much.
Well, I feel like there was a time
Um,
period for a while that people were anti-football because of the whole CTE
Concussion
and
thing and-
concussions and
yeah.
all this different stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like,
I feel like that's calmed down a little bit now.
yeah, you know.
Well, a lot of kids
I mean,
are wearing
You take precautions.
things on their helmets.
Yeah.
Which is an extra layer of protection. It's almost like a memory, not really like a
Yeah.
memory foam, but
Mhm.
They wear an entire mattress on their head. I mean, you teach them to tackle without leading with their head like
Yeah.
you did,
Yeah.
Yep.
30, 40 years ago. It's like, you might break your neck.
But there's some good fundamental teaching there. I mean,
Yeah.
the double leg takedown and stuff
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
that. So,
Yeah. Any of that stuff
Um,
is good.
Mhm.
but we've actually started streaming from the Pee-wee level.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Pee-wees and micros, they are the best.
When I see
They're
the clips of
absolutely the best.
when you see the clips of those kids that are like 6, 7, 8 years old,
Yeah.
they have those massive helmets on.
Yes, and they're
Like
tiny
And they're
bobbleheads.
running
bodies.
around. It's
Yes.
it's like Rick Moranis in Spaceballs. dark helmet. He's got that massive helmet, and you see all these little legs running around and stuff. It's like, this is great. It's like ants.
I always thought they look like bobbleheads.
Yeah.
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 But those kids right there, they leave it all on the field, man.
Yeah.
It's good.
They
Yeah.
let it go. And it's funny because then you'll see them out in public with their parents, and they're just little boys.
Tiny little, yeah.
and little girls. I
Yeah.
mean, there are
Yeah,
girls
yeah.
that are playing
Yeah.
now too, so
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
Yep.
But oh my God. There's a girl that plays for God, is it Westerly?
Mhm.
She is their star running back.
That's awesome.
Really?
Oh, yeah, she is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for her.
I made the mistake of calling her a him
Uh-oh.
because
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
the name is Angel, right? So I mean, it could be
What are you assuming?
Right?
well, it could be a guy. Well, I assumed it was
I mean,
a boy. He
You're
was a
lucky
boy.
you didn't get canceled for
right.
misgendering somebody.
Well, how could I do that? You can't see anything. They're wearing a helmet. You can't see their face
Yeah.
or you can't. I mean, she was like 12.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? I mean,
No, I know. I get you.
So yeah, but somebody in the comments said, yes, she in capitals is a great running back, because we kept talking about how great of a player this was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How she
Yeah.
was.
And I mean, you
Oh.
assume in football, I mean, you still just assume it's a boy. I
Yeah.
mean, I know there are more girls playing these days, but it's still not super common. So I mean, it's a safe assumption it would be a boy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's cool that she's playing.
So football's
Hope she
almost
kicks
done.
ass.
Basketball is about ready.
Basketball should be.
Are you going to hit me
Basketball's
with the
like
sponsor basketball next? Is that the
basketball should have already started. I'm sure they started at
You got
least
24 mortgage deals going right now. Mike.
Right?
You'll be fine.
I knew you're gonna segue that one.
No,
into
it has
this.
nothing
He's
to
gonna
do
keep-
with it.
He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna roll it in and send me the
Nothing
invoice.
to
Like,
do
oh,
with
it's a
it.
basketball invoice now versus a football invoice.
No, that had actually had nothing to do with it.
I don't mind. I like to me, that's the type of stuff that people, I mean, pick and choose whatever you want. But if you're going to
Yeah.
be local in a community like this, you can't sponsor everything. You know, if I hit the lottery, it'd be different. But
Mhm. Yeah.
I try to
Right.
try to do the stuff that I can. I honestly, I don't think I'm not very good with that stuff. I don't necessarily, like, obviously you've supported me, you know what I mean? And done mortgages with me. And I can never really quantitatively say how much I actually, like, you know, if you're looking at it from a total financial standpoint, people will be like, oh, this is where you need to put your sponsorship dollars to get the most return on every dollar you put out.
Yeah.
I don't ever really look at it that way. I just look at it because it's nice, because I like you and I support you, and that's what
Vice
you
versa.
do.
Mhm.
And supporting, you know, the local stuff. But I've never had somebody say, oh, I saw you at, you know, sponsored the Griswold football game and I want to use you for my mortgage.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff with my industry still although it might be different in other parts of the United States, in this area, it's still usually referrals from attorneys,
Yeah.
real estate agents, CPAs, financial planners.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
what
See,
my business
that's the
is.
funny thing about advertising and promotion is that it's top of mind awareness,
Mhm.
you know? So it's like, so I did a little thing.
Yeah.
One time I was over at Dean's Corner.
Yeah.
You know, they've got the placemats, right? With all the ads on them and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. So there was a guy that was advertising, said, call me for your free market analysis. And I went, okay. So I did. So I said, hi, I'd like my free market analysis. Are you interested in buying? No, I want to get my free market analysis. When can we set up that appointment? Well, it's much more than that. I said, no, right here it says, call me for my free market analysis. It doesn't say that I have to do anything else.
Right.
You know,
They
and
didn't include the fine print.
no, there was no fine print. There was nothing. There was nothing at all. And he said, well, that's not real. I said, well, that's not what it says.
Mhm.
And then, but I said to him, I said, all right. I said, really, I'm just kind of doing a little survey here. He
Mhm.
says, what are you talking after all that? And I said, yeah. And I said, I saw your ad on a placemat. I said, did it work? He goes, what do you mean? I said, did it work with me? No. You're wrong. He said, why? I said, I called you, didn't I?
Right.
I said, it would have been up to you to sell me what you're offering. I said, all advertising does not sell you shit.
Right.
You know, advertising will hopefully push you to remember this business when you need their product or service.
Mhm.
You know, it's like if you saw something, you know, for landscaping.
Mhm.
And I mean, when I think landscaping, I think of like Josue Luna from Luna Landscaping,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
By the way, he's the guy that did my yard.
Yeah, I know. I saved
Yeah.
it actually. When you text me that, I screenshotted
Yeah,
it.
he's really
I might
good.
have them come out in the
DeRoma
spring.
always pops into my mind.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DeRoma.
Yeah.
They're just big with landscaping.
But the
up
thing
here.
is that, I mean, all advertising works, you know, no matter what it is you do.
Mhm.
You know, it's just, you know, whether you're on the side of the corner, you know, for, you know, H&R Block because it's tax season, you know, in a big old stupid costume or whatever. All advertising works, but it's all about top of mind awareness. If they don't need your product or service at the time you see that ad, that doesn't mean that it didn't work. It just means like, oh, I don't need to have my lawn landscaped right now.
Mhm.
But I saw the ad and now, you know, I possibly will think about it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll tell you my take on that. So if in that situation, if whoever you talk to, if they get a call and making money immediately is not their top priority, which generally people can sense that, you know, if you go and talk to a guy that's immediately trying to sell you a car instead of like, hey, what do you need? Like taking that approach with it. If that person had looked at it and said, oh, thanks for calling. You know, what are you looking to do? Yeah, I'll send you a free market analysis. In a 5 to 10 minute conversation of just talking instead of trying to sell you,
Mhm.
he could have gained you as a customer for life. He said, hey, let me put you in my database.
Yep.
Let me send you your free market analysis. And if you ever need anything in the future, reach out anytime.
Mhm.
Just what I would think like a normal non-salesy. Nobody likes to be sold.
No.
They just want to be provided a level of service for the product that you're offering.
Right.
You know, and have and have their questions answered and feel like they're getting value from you. That's you know, the exchange.
You just said it value.
Yep.
You just
That's
said it.
what everything is.
But here's the thing: you called the number, right? You had to see the number somewhere.
Yeah, right.
But here's the other end of it.
Yep.
You said, I haven't had somebody or come, say to me, I saw your ad, on Grizzled Football or Grizzled whatever, and they came to, like I need to get a mortgage, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say Joe Schmo is watching the game.
Yep.
He sees your ad.
Yep.
And your likeness.
Yep.
On the page.
Unfortunately, he sees this month.
It's on there now, matter of fact. It's right up there. Joe Schmo does not need a mortgage.
Right.
Not at all. He's good. He's his investment properties or whatever. He's good right now.
He's like Mike Minarski. He's got a house. He's got an investment property.
Oh my God, no, please. But I love that thing. I'm telling you, that thing is. It's well, we'll talk about that. That thing is a lot. It was awesome. It is awesome. So then Joe Schmo goes to a bar to have a couple of adult beverages, talks to a friend.
Mm-hmm.
They're just talking about sports, and how one guy's a Giants fan. Why? But they are.
They got spanked.
Yeah. Oh my God. The Patriots out of nowhere this year.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
But then the conversation transcends into, I've been looking at this property that I want to get. I saw an ad for this guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that definitely happens.
And he's actually advertising on high school sports.
Mm-hmm.
Right then and there, high school. Well, this guy must be honest because, which he is.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is,
yeah.
because it's high school sports,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Oh, I don't remember his name. Hold on. Let me pull it up because the game's still up on YouTube. Then the guy calls him. How'd you hear about me? A friend told me.
Yeah.
Friend told me about you.
Yeah.
But how'd your friend find out?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's how advertising works.
Yeah. Yep. It definitely can, for sure. That's
unless the words free and new are the biggest words you can use in advertising, but you have to use them in the respect that they're
right
not
way.
Deceiving
or salesy, like he said. If something comes across as salesy to me, honestly, if I see free, that usually turns me off to it.
Yeah,
I will normally.
Nowadays it does,
right
but maybe
it.
20 years ago.
Oh, yeah, totally different.
My dad would be like, "It's free."
Yeah,
my dad's all about free.
Yeah,
right. So
yeah, no,
different generations looked at things differently. Business was done differently. Companies ran differently.
Oh yeah.
So you need to take that with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as soon as I see free too, it's
I'm turned off immediately.
The probes go off. It's like, wait a minute, nothing's free.
Because you're exactly
when you were saying that before about when people see different. I don't necessarily kind of in agreement with you. I don't necessarily think that somebody, because I don't always ask or if they were referred to me by somebody who did see me, but I think when it comes to advertising and getting your name out there, like I'm in some networking groups.
Yep.
I've built up a network of different professionals over the years that I've been in the business. I do think though, if somebody gets referred to me by a real estate agent, they might also look me up and see my Facebook business page. So I'm a legitimate business. Mm-hmm. They might also then see something, that I advertise with you on Grizzle Youth Sports.
Yeah.
All of those things together might not mean that they're going to use me over somebody else locally. But I do think in these areas.
But it might give you an opportunity to win their business.
All I ever ask
all
for
that it is.
With any referral agents, like obviously agents or other people, they might use other lenders as well. I always just ask, don't tell them that you obviously can't by law say that they have to use me. And I would never want that with anybody that I work with. just add me to your list and give me the opportunity to have a conversation. Because I think most of the time, not for everybody, because you're going to have personality differences that you just don't mesh well with people. But I found that most of the time when I have a conversation with somebody and they're actively looking for information and they want to be well informed, that I don't generally ever get beat out by somebody on that side of it. You know, you might find a local bank or credit union that's offering some special that I can't. Sometimes that just happens and they're more competitive on a particular type of loan product. That happens. But from an informational standpoint or a service level and stuff like that, I just think that the opportunity, and then it's on you as the loan officer or you as the real estate agent to then, you know, gain that person's business. And whether you do one transaction with them or they become somebody that you work with multiple times. I mean, I have people now that 20 years in the business, they might have, you know, bought or refinanced 3, 4, 5 times with me throughout their life. They bought 2 or 3 houses, they refinanced with, you know, different things. Now they might be referring me to a child that might be buying now or another family member. So although it isn't the fastest way, I don't think, to build your business with just word of mouth, it takes longer to do that as opposed to buying leads that a lot of lenders do and that type of stuff. I think overall it gives you a stronger, longer time period in the business because still around here, word of mouth and person to person referrals.
I still don't know. I still don't remember how I found you.
Yeah, I don't know. I know one of the best advertisement things you ever did were the coffee cups at Charlene's and Dean's Corner.
Yeah.
I still get people that'll take a picture once in a while and be like, "Hey,
Really?
yeah, that was like 3 years ago."
Jesus.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
you put it out there. It's
Yeah,
out there.
I know.
You know.
I know.
And people do like free shit when it comes to that type of
That
stuff.
kind of stuff. They like
coffee mugs,
tchotchke stuff.
pens. I
Yeah.
can remember going into closings, you know, at different times and, you know, being in an attorney's office and they have like their, you know, the attorney has their pens with, I've seen women empty an entire bowl of free pens into their pocketbook at the closing. Like, you're taking 50 pens right now? Like, all right, well, they're free. Yeah. All right. I mean, I have pens from Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank from when I worked there. I had a bag of them that they gave me. And I mean, that's still the pens that we use in my house all the time. They're good pens. And my wife has
You know
them.
what?
I had a
Guess how many people work at Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank now?
None.
0
None.
because it doesn't exist.
They don't work
But
for
that's
Ascend now.
Right.
I had a business, a crime scene cleaning business years ago, and I still have my pens that I had left over, still using them to this day.
Yeah.
And they're everywhere. And I still have like a whole box full of them.
Bloodandguts.com.
But you know, you had mentioned real quick, because I know we're probably getting to the end here, but
Oh yeah, it's after 10. Yeah.
you had mentioned refinancing. What's the latest on the interest rates? I know they're coming down a little bit, but
yeah, they actually got a little bit better last week. But they've been a little choppy. I think as of yesterday it was 12/1, right?
Yeah.
So as of
the date.
The
Yeah.
date 12/1.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the interest rate.
No.
Jesus.
Well, look, you almost saw the bad diabetic foot.
12/1 yesterday was when the Fed stopped their quantitative tightening, which was where they were trying to lower their balance sheet. So they had, since 2022, all the mortgage bonds that they bought during COVID to get rates artificially low when everybody got the 2% and 3%, all those mortgage bonds were on the Fed's balance sheet. And over the last 3 years, they've been selling those bonds. So when they've been selling them on top of new bonds that are being created, mortgage bonds, that made an oversupply. When you have an oversupply, less demand, that affects the price of bonds and that affects the rate and the yields on bonds. So as of yesterday, they are no longer selling their treasuries and their treasuries that are coming due. They're reinvesting the money into new treasuries and they're no longer selling their mortgage-backed securities on the secondary markets. So I've told people the last 3 or 4 weeks that when that happens, you'll probably start to see that have more an effect on mortgage rates than if they lower the Fed rate in December, which doesn't really have a huge effect on fixed mortgage rates. So I think moving forward from now into the spring, you'll probably start to see the rates, continue, they're in the low 6s now. There's been some rates where you've maybe seen them in the high fives. I think they continue to do that and go lower. I really have said for years that in order to get a more robust recovery in housing, rates need to get under 5.5%. Now, some people would say like that would supercharge the market again. That you can have a debate about how that affects it when there's not enough supply. But the supply, I think the supply issue, especially around here where we don't build enough new housing because of planning and zoning and land and cost.
Well, that may be changing with the new law that was passed.
With that, like in order to get people that are in houses that have 3.5%, and 4%, they've actually done surveys and things like that. And people are just diametrically opposed to leaving a 3% interest rate and selling their house to take a 6% or a 6.5%. At 5.5% and below, they can, in their mind, they can justify leaving a 3 or a 3.5 or a 4 to go buy the new house. So I think if we get rates down to under 5.5%, you start to see a much better housing recovery because people will list their house more, and then you'll have that continued overturn. How that new housing thing affects it, I mean,
who knows?
That to me is going to be. It's not. I mean,
what is that? What are you talking about? What is the new?
There was the housing bill was
for affordable housing,
right? Yeah, basically, I mean, it was like 100 and something pages long. Rich actually read the entire thing, and there's some really scary shit in there. But basically, like we already had, was it 830G? Was that the so affordable housing where every town has to have 10% of their housing has to be affordable? Which and in in Griswold, I think we're like a little over 7.5% maybe. So we're not horrible in comparison to other towns, but we're not at 10%. So basically developments can come in and bypass a lot of the planning and zoning and put in affordable housing, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Good paying jobs and a good economy beats out affordable housing. Like I've never been one of those like we need affordable housing. It's like, no, we need good solid housing and people with good solid jobs.
Exactly.
You know, I if you want to talk about affordable housing being like elderly housing, you know, for 55 and older to supplement and make that type of high density housing better so that those older people can sell their houses and move into those type of communities
and open those houses up for other people.
Up to the younger generation, then but you know, to say like, oh, we need to make it so that, you know, low income buyers, that people don't have enough money, we're subsidizing their housing. I don't.
It's we could go on forever on that one. But that, I mean, who knows how that's going to affect, you know, things. I mean, in a neighboring town tonight, there's a development being proposed, 3 different scenarios being proposed. There's a town meeting for that tonight to see how that's going.
I don't think it's coincidence that right after they built this massive fire department in Lisbon, now all of a sudden they want to bring in this new housing law that can bring in a whole bunch of high density housing into Lisbon. You know, you need to have the infrastructure there to be able to build that high density housing. So it seems like these town planners, you know, they all go back to, well, if we don't, then we're not going to get our state and federal funding. This money should be staying in these towns. It shouldn't be going to the federal government and the state government to then kick it back to these local towns, like where they're minions. It should stay here, and the state and the federal government should be able to, you know, function on their own without taking a majority of the money from these towns. So Lisbon
it's hard to launder money if you're not doing that.
Right, exactly. Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they have a monopoly on money laundering and violence, the 2 best things the government does. Really the only.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they gotta wash it.
Well, we got to get you to come back again.
Sounds good.
We talked about everything from mortgage rates to OnlyFans.
I was just going to say that.
And midgets and rubbing tugs and all sorts of things.
Throwing it out there.
I mean, that's
bad diabetic feet.
All right.
Nice. All right. And we'll talk about basketball. Anyway,
I figured that.
Kathy, it was nice to have you back.
Yeah.
Canova's coming in tomorrow.
Is he?
Okay. Thursday, excuse me.
Okay. Yeah, I told you like weeks ago. I'm like, just let me know.
What did they say? You had to get past the elections.
I know we've been past the elections for like
I know,
over,
but,
like a month.
with football and stuff like that,
Mm.
like even Wednesday night, like we're going out to do Cromwell Portland against Northwest Catholic.
Mm.
We're doing that game for the CIAC,
Mhm.
and we're actually going to try to hope to run 2 games that night, 2 different crews.
Oh, and I hope your internet stays working.
Oh, Jesus. You have no idea what kind of a pain that was.
I can only imagine.
Anyway, so Wednesday night we have the game, and we'll be back on Thursday with Canova.
Okay.
And then I got to get Malin in here because the election's over.
The election's over. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
so-
on the board, but yeah,
It don't
the
matter.
election's over.
It don't matter. You can be on the board. It just, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, you're on a board somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm on a board
Yeah.
somewhere.
Mhm.
And then people can listen to this and just get bored.